Today we're at Sandwich Town Beach in Sandwich, Massachusetts on Cape Cod. And we walked the beach and it's a great October day, a little nippy, but if you dress for it, it's just wonderful to be at the beach no matter what the time of year. Anyways, I want to share with you what I found today. Found some very common shells, so if you want to look down here, I've got a few pieces. I found a lot of periwinkles, okay? A lot of common periwinkles, and I can see that the animal, the little mollusk, is not inside, the little snail, so I can keep that, although I don't keep a ton. I like to leave a few on the beach for hermit crabs. They like to use them as homes. So I found a lot of beautiful little periwinkles, and there's different kinds. This one, I don't know if you can see it. Here, let me put it on the rock. That's a smooth periwinkle. Okay, it's a smooth periwinkle and it's lighter in color, and it looks a lot like the beautiful northern moon snail. So how do you tell the difference if you're not sure if it's a northern moon snail or, oh there it goes, a smooth periwinkle? Well, you look underneath, and the northern moon snail has an opening here. And then the regular common periwinkle and the smooth periwinkle does not. Has a little opening called the umbilicus. And that little opening helps me to identify that as a northern moon snail. Now there's also lobed moon snails, which I don't have with me today, and they have a little flap of shell that goes over. And if you look on my blog, I have other posts and I have other pictures of them. So a lot of beautiful common periwinkles, a smooth periwinkle, and I also found a couple pieces of dog winkles. These are dog winkles. Here's just a really neat piece of one. You can see the inner chambers, and here's one that's almost whole. Now typically when there's two different things about the periwinkles and the dog winkles. They're also called dog whelks, the dog winkles. The periwinkles, can you see these ones here on the rock? Those are actually alive, so I'm not going to disturb them. I'm not going to pick them up or disturb them, but those are alive, and they like to feed on the algae on the rock. They feed on the algae, but the dog winkle or the dog whelk, that likes to eat other mollusks, and in particular, they like to eat barnacles quite a bit. Let's see, I have a piece of a barnacle. See, there's a piece of a barnacle. And if you see the dog winkle and it's white, it's a good chance that it eats a lot of barnacles. But if you see a dog winkle and it's blue, chances are that they eat a lot of blue mussels. That's the beautiful shell of the blue mussel. So these are very common shells that you would find. Blue mussels, dog winkles, periwinkles, northern moon snail. I even found a Gould's Pandora. That's a Gould's Pandora. Oh, better be careful putting them on the rocks. A Gould's Pandora. A few shells, a small clam shell, I found that. I think that's a little baby surf clam. Here's the common slipper shell. It's also called a boat shell, a boat snail. It's a snail too, it only has one shell, like the dog winkle, the northern moon snail, and the periwinkle. I have a piece of a larger moon snail, and that I might use for a craft. So pieces are great for crafts, and of course the whole ones are nice for your collection, but I wouldn't touch the live periwinkles. We're going to leave them alone. The neat thing about these periwinkles is they can stay alive for quite a while out in, being exposed to the sun and the wind, because they sometimes will just stay in a little wet spot in the rocks or in tide pools. But they can also close their shells off with a little door called the operculum. So they can close that off and they can stay moist. So that's about it. Oh, no, almost. Here's one more shell that you may see, and that's actually the shell from a crab. It's called a carapace. Okay? That's the carapace of a crab. We saw quite a few of those today. But that's it from Sandwich Town Beach, Sandwich, Massachusetts. Gorgeous October day. And we're going to pan down the beach so you can get a look at how beautiful the beach is. That's it for now. Take care.